otherwise. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker, you know, it also depends on the group of schools that you attended. At the end of the day, of importance is how you interpret it. So I think at the end of the day, we are making this house lively, but that's my point. And I was very grateful actually to have the speaker, the female speaker, elected to join you. It was quite an elating moment. Honorable Speaker, I want to go straight to the report. Madam Speaker, laws are made to streamline and guide operations. And Madam Speaker,
the audit reports that we receive in this house every other time is a guide on how we can perfect better on our day-to-day operations, because we are not perfect. And it is unfortunate that, Madam Speaker, as we debate this report, today we are missing very critical
chairs in this house who really need to listen to this report and come up with ways and means of how it can be perfected better, despite maybe having some committee members. But it would have been quite prudent and important that we had the chair finance and the chair budget to listen, because the matters we are discussing today, Madam Speaker, are about finances. Finances form the basis of the development plans that we make for this county, Madam Speaker. So in their absence, it might be a little bit difficult for us even to make to absorb the resolution. But I believe, because the honorable members who belong to those committees are present here, they will take that message home so that we can perfect. But Madam Speaker, today in the morning we had an unhealthy discussion while attending the House Business Committee, and the honorable father of the House was having a very healthy exchange with the honorable majority leader, and he told him that some of the things we discuss and are deemed like we are differing, that is not the perception. That is not the ideology. It is that we want to perfect. And these audit reports brought before this house are meant to perfect our ways and means of how we do business. How we can make better our account. Because you cannot doing things the same way, report the same way, and expect different results. No, Madam Speaker. Have to be here. Audit reports have always been here. And it's unfortunate that, Madam Speaker, the responses that and observations that the committee has seen in terms of the mistakes that some of the accounting officers are making, it seems it's like maybe we don't have the right people in the office, or maybe there's some kind of laxity or ignorance, or maybe somebody somewhere is doing it deliberately so that it can paint the picture of the government as if it is not doing things in the right way. Madam Speaker, for example, how would an accounting officer submit an audit report or audit queries without giving substantive information? For example, pay bill transactions, bank account transactions, individual revenue avenue transactions. Then, Madam Speaker, it means there is a serious problem with that person or that department. And the beauty about it, Madam Speaker, in an audit process, and for those who have done accounts, it does not just come outrightly or immediately. There is the so-called management letter that is written to the accounting officer to explain on certain queries. And there is a timeline to that effect that is given, Madam Speaker. And it goes that they don't even sufficiently provide those documents to the audit officers, where at the end of the day they give a report that shows that there is some discrepancies and misrepresentation of fact, Madam Speaker. It is very unfortunate. So now, as I support this report, Madam Speaker, we need now to start auditing the individual accounting officers accountable. And I thank God, Madam Speaker, yesterday, I want to put to the information of this house. Yesterday we had a one-on-one engagement with the CEC Finance, the Department Committee on Lands, about certain issues that we thought he is the one who is not delivering on what he's supposed to do. But he came before the committee and proved beyond any reasonable doubt, Madam Speaker, that we have accounting officers who are not responsible in their departments. Madam Speaker, a transaction or a merchant who has delivered services, You place or make a requisition for payment 2 days before the end of the financial year, understanding the implications of the IFMI system, the payment system. And then they come to the committee and tell us, Madam Speaker, the Department of Finance was not able to promise, yet they participated in the process fully when they were making the procurement more than 3, 4, 5, 6 months back, Madam Speaker. So, because I wouldn't want to dig deeper into the nitty-gritties of this report, Madam Speaker, all what I'm saying is this: as I support this report, Madam Speaker, now we have to hold accountable all departmental heads. The honorable member seated here, Madam Speaker, can attest, even at the committees, they are having problems, even interrogating some of these chief officers, some of these CCMs, because they are not giving us sufficient information that can make this house make serious recommendations in which we can perfect the working of this government. So, Madam Speaker, as I support, I want to urge this house and all relevant sectoral committees, chairs and members to hold into total account all accounting officers who are not able to spur the county's plans and policies and plans to the next level so that we can deliver services to our people. Because there is no way an accounting officer can fail to provide simple M-Pesa statements. It means there is some fishy transactions, Madam Speaker. Even joining other revenue avenues with others, it means, Madam Speaker, there is some fishy transaction. And that's why we are losing revenue. Madam Speaker, in the report you can see as well, as I finalize, there is a section that says, the entire financial year 2023-2024, we collected 1.4 billion shillings as cess. Madam Speaker, I don't think Machakos County should be in the list of counties collecting less than 2 billion shillings. And I've always said this. So we need to task the Committee on Finance to get deeper and ask ourselves, why are we losing revenue, Madam Speaker? And we are losing revenue because those who are in office are not doing what they are supposed to do within the law to ensure that we enhance our revenue raising mechanism. So my urge, as I suppose this committee, is that can we ensure that we hold accountable every officer who is being paid with taxpayers' money, so that they can bring results, so that these results translate to revenue, and the revenue translates to development of the people of Machakos County. I support this report. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable Murunga, then Honorable Johanna.
Thanks again, Madam Speaker, for allowing me to say what I'm about to say. And Madam Speaker, I hate to say what I would say because there are a lot of bitterness that the Assembly has been turned into, I think, an academic exercise, because now, when I look at the report that is before us, just like the other one that we looked for the County Assembly, is, I think, 3 years late. And so then one wonders, as we debate this report, then what action is it that this House is expected to take? Because I look at the recommendation that the Honorable Kito has given us, and of course the recommendations that have been preferred to the relevant department to take action, and ask myself whether these recommendations are actually enforceable. Because they have already been taken, I think they have been taken by time, and it will be difficult for us to be able to enforce them now that there are 2-3 years that have already taken place. Madam Speaker, mine is to challenge the committee again, like I did the other day, to be able to give us reports that are enforceable, to be able to give us reports that are timely. I remember we made the same observation when we were talking about the committee, the recommendation that was given to us for the County Assembly, was it revenue? Yes, revenue again. So, Mr. Chairman, you did tell me in confidence that you have reports that are pending with you. I would want to inform you that the House Business Committee that I now sit in is transparent, is ready to transact business. So, Mheshimiwa, if there is any business that you have that you want to be done with, please bring it forth so that these committees, we are done with your committees. Because now, Mheshimiwa Speaker, when I look at some of the things that have been raised here, like, for example, the recommendations that they gave up, they said specifically that there are specific regulations, such as those for liquor licensing, designated parking spaces, and trade licenses that are still underdeveloped. Mheshimiwa Dominic wonders how we are not able to raise the revenue. But of course, with such like impasses, I do not see ourselves raising this, our revenue to the levels that we expect, 2 billion, 2.5 billion. Then one wonders, why have these regulations not been able to be brought to us for us to pass? Madam Speaker, I want to challenge the department to be able to raise to the occasion and do what is necessary. We shall be looking forward to the preceding year's recommendations, see whether they are still raising the same issues. Madam Speaker, I wonder, and I hate the assembly to be used as a conveyor belt, where reports will just be coming here, they are rolled out, it becomes a roller coaster. You know, they just pass, and there's nothing that we are doing about it. We must realize that the Auditor General is established for a purpose, established for the purpose of giving us, informed opinion. And when this opinion comes to us here as an oversight body, then we are supposed to take the relevant actions. So, Madam Speaker, I will be one of those that will be looking forward to giving recommendations that are followed. I have been in this assembly for the last 7 to 8 years now, Madam Speaker, and these recommendations have been coming year round, year in. So I wonder whether when these recommendations are given, is action really taken? Now, I have just looked at that one. I sit in the Committee on Delegated Legislation. I am looking forward to get these regulations so that we act on them as soon as possible, so that the other year we do not get the same recommendation coming away. When you look at, while the county has enacted several relevant laws, we are told again that those ones, the supporting laws are not there. Let that department raise to the occasion and give us those regulations so that we act on them. I'll be asking the members of this assembly, we consider favorably, because it's just for the purpose of today. We pass it, and we ask the chairman to give us a more recent opinion, so that you can see what we can do about it. Mheshimiwa Speaker, the committee on public accounts and public investment is a very serious committee. It is a committee that is tasked with the serious oversight of our finances. And I want to thank Mheshimiwa Kito, because quiet as he is, he has been able to come up with a committee, a report that seems like, is it called? Mheshimiwa Philip. I want to thank Honorable Mheshimiwa Philip for having come with a committee that is, rather a report that, in my opinion, is up to our level. So I want to thank you and your committee. Please keep it up. But Mheshimiwa, please take time. Observe time next time. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much. Good job. Honorable Johanna, then Honorable Ranking Member.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm Honorable Johanna, MCA Mutituni Ngelani Ward. Madam Speaker, I stand to support this report from the Public Accounts and Investment Committee, and also applaud also the entity and the audit for a qualified opinion, because that is the second best opinion as per the Auditor General's opinions. Madam Speaker, I have two issues, and one, and really before that, I would request for such reports we have enough time to go through the reports so that we can have quality discussions. Madam Speaker, I have been able to pick two issues going by the last report which we are getting here with CCM Finance from our Committee on Finance. It came out very clearly that there were issues to do with the untimely transfer of funds to the CRF account. The recommended periods by the PFM Act. And Madam Speaker, I have seen in this report.
Point of order granted. Honorable Joanna.
Yeah, Madam Speaker, thank you very much for giving me that opportunity. I'm rising on point of order, standing order number 27 to request extension of time. Honorable Speaker, aware that standing order number 27.2 provides that the Speaker shall interrupt business at 12:30 p.m. in the morning sitting. Aware that the standing order number 27.3 provides that the House may resolve to extend the sitting time. Aware that the standing order number 27.4 requires motion to extend sitting time to be moved at least 30 minutes before the time appointed of adjournment. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the motion that the House resolve to extend its sitting time until the business is concluded. I call upon the Deputy Speaker to second.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Thank you, Honorable Deputy Speaker. I now propose the question that this House resolves to extend its sitting time until the business of the day is concluded. I now put the question that this House resolves to extend its sitting time until the business of the day is concluded. As many are of the opinion, say ayes. As many are of the contrary opinion, say nay. The ayes have it. Okay. Sorry. Honorable Joanna, you are on your feet. Proceed.
Okay, thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Musembi, what's up? Okay, let's proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I was on the issue of the failure of the executive to remit transfer funds to the CRF account within the constitutional periods. And Madam Speaker, going by this report, and I hope, although this one is an old report, that the same will not be reflected as a prior year matter in the reports to come to this assembly. Madam Speaker, the failure to transfer funds to the CRF account somehow is reflected in this report, where the Auditor General was able to pick that the original financial statements excluded the bank balances of 5 million from revenue accounts and payables due to County Revenue Fund, CRF. And according to them, this is a concern which actually compromises the accuracy of the financial position of the county of Machakos. Madam Speaker, I have also seen that on public health facilities, again, the executive was unable to give enough evidence in terms of documentation, even after having been requested through the management letter, and the evidence provided was only the pay bill numbers. Pay bill numbers do not really speak the transactions. I would request that in future we are able to furnish evidence which really can be able to clear some of the issues raised in this report. And I think that would be one of the ways we can move from the qualified report to unqualified. But for now, I want to appreciate this committee for going through the report and also picking very key issues, which, if were to be implemented, I think would be good to go. So thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable Brian Kisila, then Honorable Mike.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to start by thanking Mheshimiwa Kito and the entire committee for a very good job well done. within a span of 1 week, they have been able to table 2 reports, and I'm very sure the last one for the year ended 2024 is on the way, so that we can be up to date. I just want to make one comment, Madam Speaker, and I think I'll go to recommendation number on page 20, F1. The department should enforce strict timelines for revenue account reconciliations, ensuring that they are completed monthly, quarterly, to maintain accurate and updated financial records. I think, Madam Speaker, that is one thing which we have been lacking, and I think that's a very good recommendation. And Madam Speaker, what we need is the Finance Committee. The Vice Chairman is here. The Finance Committee needs to work tirelessly to ensure that we are getting up-to-date revenue reports. It is one committee which does not, I must say, it is one committee which is asleep. And I've got no apologies to make. The reason why we are having this is because the Finance Committee is supposed to be the one which is tasked with that responsibility to ensure that we are up to date on revenue collection. We have also been talking about M-Pesa statements. Finance Committee again should be the one to ensure that we have serious reconciliation of M-Pesa accounts. I also sit in Health Committee. We are having a very serious challenge with FIF accounting system. Now, if the Finance Committee cannot even look at the revenue streams of normal revenues, how is it going to come up and give us highlights on how we are consuming money on FIF? Already we have guidelines to that effect, and I'm just urging members. I am very happy that we have started waking up as committees. The only way we can help the executive is by ensuring that we are up to date with our committees. If you wait until last minute and you start complaining when the act itself and the laws have given us leeways to be able to work and ensure that we are oversighting the executive properly, then we are the ones who are failing. So, Madam Speaker, I think this committee has done a commendable job. Let us all rise with the occasion and let us ensure that we do what is right and what is justified. Most of the committees, including the ones I chair, are behind schedule on even financial statements reporting to this assembly. So, since the chair of liaison is here, I think we need now to start ensuring that everybody is kept on their toes so that we are not behind schedule or we are not repeating the same thing over and over again. So I support Madam Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable Mike.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And I'll start by congratulating the committee for finding time, even in short time, and giving us the report. However, as other honorable members have indicated, we've had a challenge, or rather, I don't know whether it is by design, where reports come, but they are time-barred, so that even if you want to do recommendations or you want to know the status, somebody can stand and tell you this is a report for 2022, this is a report for 2023, we are in 2025, and you may not be having the hands-on information. And I'll say that the recommendations are good, what they've done, but we've heard in some session the chair say that this was done in contradiction of the finance management. This was done in contravention of this session of the Constitution. Madam Speaker, I believe our key work as the Assembly is to ensure, because if somebody in 2023 contravened, you look at the recommendation, they are recommending that internal audit mechanisms should be enhanced. Yet we have internal auditors who are paid by taxpayers' money, and they are failing to do their responsibility. Because even if we transfer the responsibility to the finance committee, a committee will remain to be committee. But if our recommendations, even from other departments, could zero in even to individuals, so that if it is CCM finance, if it is auditor, if it is the director, and probably even we have them to answer. Because if somebody is contravening the constitution, he is not fit to sit in that office. If he's an auditor general, because the issue about revenue collection has been an issue which we've discussed in this assembly for such a long time. I believe as a committee, so that our recommendation don't just appear to be like the recommendation for our debate club in primary schools. We need to now put teeth to these recommendations and zero in to individuals who are failing to do what they are supposed to do. Otherwise, I support the report, and I say it's high time we continue working for the people who elected us. And in absentia, I want to wish Mheshimiwa Ndeti happy birthday. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Honorable Kavyu, Honorable Molinge, and Honorable Lloyd. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Musila, sorry, I had not seen your hand. Sorry?
No problem, as long as.
No, but you are making some.
Yeah, I was just saying.
Like you're.
No, I was just saying.
Fighting with you.
No. I was just saying, I was on this side.
Okay. Proceed then. When your time comes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Okay.
I rise to support the report. However, Madam Speaker, during my school days, when I was studying accounting 101, it really used to bother me the difference between qualified and unqualified audit opinion. And Madam Speaker, I've been looking at the reports that come here, and it's like we have staff, people charged with the responsibility of ensuring that we have our documentation and the reports ready, and it's like for them, getting a qualified opinion has become an order of the day. Because, Madam Speaker, the last report that was presented here by the same committee, if you look at what we have today, it is just a replica of the same issues that we had, because most of the basis for the qualified opinion is the inaccuracies of the comparative balances that were presented to the Auditor General for review for that particular financial period. So, Madam Speaker, I think as a House and also as the Committee on Public's Account and PAC, they need to change the tune, because it's like it's a standard template that only the figures and the year that keep changing so that they present here. We want to see a quality report, because they are giving responses on what the executive responded, but we are not seeing a clear way forward or a plan on how they intend to address the inconsistencies and misrepresentation of facts that are so much glaring on the reports that have been provided. And Madam Speaker, even when you look at the auditor report for the year 2022, 2023, and even the current report, the same gaps that were highlighted by the auditor, it is the same thing that are being raised. So, Madam Speaker, as I finish, I would wish to request the House that, because this, even before we look at the auditor's report, on quarterly basis, every department is supposed to provide reports or their status report. So, Madam Speaker, because there is a president and we borrow much from the Parliament and the Senate, I would recommend on quarterly basis, yes, the committees are doing a very good job, but we can have a session where every department will come and share their status report on the floor of this House on what they are doing and how they have been able to address issues that were picked and raised by the Auditor General, because it's like we have developed a standard way of doing reports without clear actions that needs to be taken. So I support the report, but I feel if we want to add value, if we want our people of Machakos to get value for the money, for the revenue that we are collecting, then we must be very firm on terms of oversight and ensuring, because if you are collecting money through a pay bill and you are not able to reconcile and provide material evidence on this, you cannot be reporting that you did collections of 1.4 million, then when it comes to providing proof and supporting document on where the money is sitting, you get lost. So it is either one way, whether it is either there was misrepresentation in terms of reporting or the money was stolen by somebody. So you cannot say you collected this and you are not able to justify where the finances or the funds disappeared to. So thank you, and I support the report.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member. Before I allow members to proceed, I want to make a ruling on the delays of submitting these reports to the members for the members' consumption. The late delays, the delays that occur when the report is sent very late for members to be able to to consume them. The issue of delays in submitting the reports late for members to consumption is not coming up for the first time in the history of this assembly. Today, several members have raised the issue of reports being submitted very late by the concerned members of staff, and it is becoming a menace. Members are not accorded time to prepare adequately for debates because the reports are submitted either 3 minutes before commencement of the plenary or 5 minutes, and that does not allow the members to prepare and read and prepare for the meeting, for the debates adequately. This is therefore to direct the clerk to write a short course letter to the officer concerned with the said communication, why they should not be dismissed for incompetence. And this is a directive that has emanated because of very many complaints concerning late submissions of reports. It is therefore directed accordingly. Let's proceed with our debates. Honorable Mulinge. Yes.
Madam Speaker, I know it's not allowed to speak after a ruling, but I just want to ask just a clarification from you. The delay might not be from the staff. It might actually be from these people who are seated here. And
no, there are two delays, and I've just talked about one. There are two delays. There are two types of delays. The delay that I've talked about is the one when the reports of the committees are submitted just a few minutes before we commence plenary. I have not tackled the one for the reports, like now this one we are tackling 2020.
Madam Speaker.
Yes.
Kindly. That's on the same. Madam Speaker, I thought we all need to agree that at some point and sometimes we also delay them at the House Business Committee. We might be accusing the staff when maybe the problem is only with us, because I think the staff, by the time they prepare the order papers, they only prepare the order papers after the House Business sittings. So I think we may need to consider that.
About,
Thank you.
Honorable Deputy Speaker, it's about submissions of the reports of the committees. Do they come in the morning? No. These reports are ready even before. And we are aware this particular business is going to be brought to the House business, or even to the House itself. So there is no mix-up. There is no delay at the House Business Committee. What delay is there? We normally do our business within time, and we are done within time. And we come here within time. All I am saying is that the staff concerned with dispatching the information to the members of the County Assembly, unless I did not hear properly. What was the complaint, Honorable Ndeti? Wasn't it something like that?
Yes.
Yes. And Honorable Mweshimiwa here, Brian, let's proceed. I made the ruling and I think I'm right. Yeah, let's proceed. Thank you. I've heard.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for catching my hand. Madam Speaker, the report that we are debating, it is a good report, informative, well done by the committee. But Madam Speaker, the essence of these reports is to address the challenges that the county had after the auditor had done their cross-checkings. But when the report is done very late, it becomes unhelpful, because this report is for year 2022-2023 that was supposed to inform the year 2023-2024 to avoid the Department of Finance repeating the same mistake. So, Madam Speaker, because of delayance of the report, it makes even our work of oversight it makes our work to be not properly done, because we are supposed to inform what is about the areas they are supposed to improve year 2023-2024, but because of delayance, I'm assuming or expecting the report that we are going to get 2023-2024 will have the same challenges. And the reason, Madam Speaker, I'm saying so, because one of the reasons has come out clearly regarding the queries. The argument was delayance by the national government releasing their share to the county governments. The other reason was not spending beyond the closure of the year. That is beyond June 30th. And when we were interrogating the chief officers of the departments, we learned that the absorption rates, they were very low, meaning that the payments will go beyond the end of the financial year. So, Madam Speaker, if we will be getting reports in time, we will help the committees to help the executive to address the challenges
the Accountant General as appointed. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Honorable Musila.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I raise to support this particular report. Report emanating from the committee that I am a member, and wish to congratulate my able chair for guiding us correctly. Some complaints that are being aired in this house today, I would say we have looked at them, and since we found a backlog of all this work to be done, we have a schedule that we are following, and we are doing some reports every Thursday and Friday to try to cover the ground so that we can be bringing the information that are up to date. Last week we did 2. This week I think we are doing 2 more reports so that we are not delayed, and we will be doing the justice to our auditors. That our committee has not closed its eyes to these delays, and it is one thing that we have been grilling through in the committee ourselves when we receive these late submissions from the auditors. I know the procedure takes long, they come around September, but the time we are going through the reports, time is rushing out. And we are up to date, and we are going to do best for this exercise. I also want to say, in our discussion in the committee, we have also found a lot of issues with the internal auditors. That is the problem that we are having, the biggest problem we are having. Because I tend to believe, if you are an auditor, an internal auditor or an external auditor, you are an auditor. And as such, whatever we are getting internally here, there are those queries that are required to be answered. You are given the statement letter, you are asked this and this. Before it goes to the final audit, they don't respond right. Or some of the mistakes they do are typo. They keep repeating. Arithmetic, they keep repeating. I am saying this. If only we got responsiveness, diligence, duty bound with our internal auditors, all these questions that are coming from the Auditor General, they would be done away with, and I do believe we would be getting unqualified reports. For this one, maybe we went up the mark. We were given qualified report response. Yes, it is good that we got that, but it's the second best. We want to be the best. And what I'm trying to say is, if only we did our work fast before we waited the external auditor to do our work. And this applies even to the assembly itself, our internal auditors. If only they did their work fast, and whatever they are being asked in time by the external auditor, let them do and be responsive, be diligent, be bound by their